With Irish Show. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks, to more drama involving Brian Kelly. It just never ends edition of the Always Irish Show. I can't get enough of it. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Yanni Boy out as well. Notifications on that way you don't miss nothing. Twitter, search bar Always Irish. Rat Always Irish Inc. If you want to see me battle LSU fans all day. Emails, alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only, anywhere you want it, you can get it. If you don't want to see my face, nobody blames you for that. Notre Dame Fighting Irish, brought to you by Sports Illustrated. Read about it every day of your life. Patreon.com/alwaysirish. He, the former captain. He, the leading tackler. It's Mike Goolsby and Jared Clark breaking it down behind the paywall. It's a beautiful thing. People are loving the All-22, and those guys do a great job. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. It's never a dull moment in Brian Kelly land, my friends. Now, this is a little complicated. Let's get into it. This has nuance. Either way, Brian, it's going to fall on Brian Kelly's head, but I'll get there because there's a couple comebacks people are going to use here to this situation, and I'm not going to allow it. So stick around. I'm going to roadblock every single little defense of Kelly that you're going to pull out here. I'm going to roadblock it. What's happened, in case you haven't seen it? Number 1 5-star quarterback prospect in the whole country in the 2025 class. The crown jewel of LSU's recruiting class. Everything else was built around him. He's leaving Brian Kelly and LSU for Michigan, where he's from. There's a tie-in, very important here to admit. From Michigan, allegedly, 10.5 million spread out over multiple years. Barstool Dave Portnoy involved with some of the financing behind the scenes. I don't know. That's what it looks like on Twitter or whatever. He's wearing a crown on Twitter, celebrating, right? So this guy's been in LSU's recruiting class for a while now. Rumors hit about the offer being made from Michigan last week. Then it looked like he was going to turn it down. LSU people felt better about it. Now here it is today. Hayes Fawcett with the graphic, and he's flipped. Number 1, listen, this was all LSU people had. This is all LSU people had. The season's over. The season's ruined. They've lost too many games. They're not playing for anything. It's been embarrassing. It's been frustrating. Whatever. You've lost multiple games. You're trying to beat Vandy to not lose 4 in a row. Haven't won a game since before Halloween. I mean, it's been rough for LSU people. This is all they had. Every one of the media people now, they're saying, okay, this year's down the crapper, but if you could just hold on to the 25 class, that's the shining beacon of hope. Everything will get better. You got to get more dudes in. Which, by the way, I thought these LSU people had standards. They talk out of both sides of their mouth, okay? They talk about LSU and SEC standards and championship this and big boy football and a big boy conference that. They talk all tough, but now they're more than willing to give Kelly a few more years to kick it down, kick the can down the road and build a roster. And they're talking about maybe by 26 or 27, we could compete for something. Which is it, LSU people? Do you have standards or not? Since when does it take 5 or 6 years with the talent you have in that radius? Since when does it take 5 or 6 years to get back in contention? Brian Kelly's already melting your brain. He's already lowering your standards and you don't even know it. Listen to Johnny Boy. He's helping you out. Don't let this man politic you. He's always politicking, never been elected, people. LSU folks, I believe in you. I believe you have high standards. Don't let Brian Kelly bring them down. Any of you that are saying, a few more years, get this recruiting class in here, and then by Kelly's year 5 or 6, we'll be cooking. He's already cooking your brain if you're falling for that. So, LSU people, you got to decide, are you big time or you're not? You're talking out of both sides of your mouth here, okay? That's the first thing. So this is all they had. This is all they had. Now, the big question is, does everything unravel from here in the 25 class? Does it just all start to fall apart now, or can they hold everything else together and it's just him? I don't know. I don't know how many of their guys are. I don't know the details there. I don't know if this is going to be a cascade trickle effect or not. Number 2, can't get enough unfiltered Notre Dame football talk? Be sure to go over to patreon.com/alwaysirish. Former captain Mike Goolsby and myself. Do that. Screw it.
Oh, we never won anything. It's been 30 years.
I've seen a lot of people already say, and of course, some of the LSU media people that got to find a way to feel better about this, they're already saying, what are you going to do, you guys? Sometimes money and sometimes people just put so much money out there, money's going to win. Everybody knows it's a business. Money wins, money talks, all the old tropes, whatever. I'm already seeing LSU media and fans, right? What are you going to do? Money's money and it's going to win. Well, now, wait a second. Now. Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. I thought LSU was big time. What do you, am I misunderstanding? Here we are again having this discussion. I thought LSU was big time. I thought nobody up north knew what Southern football was about, what SEC football is about. I thought you guys were big time, man. Spare no expense. This is the SEC. It just means more. I thought you were big time, and now you're letting Michigan outbid you? I thought you guys were a big time program. You can't match that? And it's like, well, I don't know, man. A lot of that money's already allocated for or whatever. Well, maybe you should tell your head coach to have a few less tea times a week and schedule a few more of those donor benefits. How's that for an idea? So if you want to say, hey, money's going to win, what are you going to do? You know, it's money, whatever. Number 1, I thought LSU was big time. Why is a fancy SEC school getting outbid by Michigan for somebody they want? Somebody this important to your class. That's not big time. And number 2, I don't know, man. That's a lot of golf for a guy that needs to be out fundraising to get a bunch of NIL money. That's a lot of golf. Hope that handicap's getting real low. I don't know. What comes next? This is where it gets juicy, folks. This is where Johnny Boy gets real excited. What comes next? Let's get something straight. I don't like Michigan and Michigan people. I don't like LSU and I don't like LSU people. Here's what I need to happen. He flips. He goes to Michigan. Starts getting millions of dollars for Michigan. They finally get hit with the Connor Stallion sanctions, which haven't come out yet. They're more extreme than anybody wanted, a postseason ban or whatever. So then this kid doesn't want to sit there and not be eligible for postseason play. So he gets a few million out of the 10 for whatever years that hits. Then he leaves, but he doesn't go to LSU. He goes somewhere else for different money or a different reason, or God forbid, doesn't want to be trapped with Brian Kelly. There's a million reasons, right? He leaves Michigan, but doesn't go to LSU and goes somewhere else. And under this scenario, Michigan loses, Michigan people lose, LSU loses, the LSU media loses, and Brian Kelly loses. And for once in my miserable life, John wins. John wins. That's what I need to happen. I'm not going to act for a second like I want Michigan to succeed, like I'm happy for them. No. I want them both going down. So that's what I need to happen. I need the timing as such that they start paying this guy out money, then the sanctions hit, and then he's free to leave, and then he leaves somewhere but doesn't go to LSU. And so everybody involved here that I don't like loses. And then I can come on here and watch them all. I don't know what happened. I don't feel bad for you. You all get what you deserve. That's what I want to happen. Okay? So, listen. On the surface, I understand if your mature reaction to this is, I don't think this is good for the sport. He obviously liked LSU, and then it's just too much money to turn down, and it's close to home. Yeah, like you could just say that it's too much about money and I don't like it or whatever. I kind of agree with you, but that's not the end of the discussion. I'm not letting LSU off the hook for acting and talking like a big boy. You can't come up with $10 million. You don't have some rich donor down there that has 10 million and walking around money? Are you guys serious or not about being big time like you talk? Get that guy off the golf course, you guys. I'm telling you, you got to force that guy. Get him off to somebody, break his golf clubs in half or some. Force the guy to try and go and be normal and get some money from these big strokers down south. You got to force him. He doesn't want to do it. You got to make him do it, LSU people. Or maybe start holding the donor events at the country club, and then he gets to play his golf, and then you raise the money. There you go. Look, I'm helping you out. I'm on your side after all. Listen, tough dynamic. Had him in the class a long time. You feel like you're losing the money and not for the most genuine reasons. It's probably not great for the sport, and I don't love it. But if it was ever going to happen to anybody, it may as well be Brian Kelly. Let me know what you guys think. See ya. Don't forget to check out the merchandise. The link is in the description. You can browse and carouse all the different Always Irish gear. Make sure you head over there and get something for the next tailgate. Thanks for being here.